Thanks so much for tuning in to another awesome episode of Skin Time TV with Ashley. So I know a lot of women have this issue, and especially women of color, but anyone that deals with those really awkward dark underarms that are honestly just displeasing to the eye, it kind of makes you feel uncomfortable to like raise your hand up, and nobody really knows what to do about it. There are a whole bunch of remedies and hacks out there that are like, do this, do that, this will lighten it, and the results don't really seem that evident or clear. But I found one, and it was a lady who was actually about my complexion, if not a little bit darker than me. And I really wanted to be sure that it was going to work on darker skin. I think there are a lot of hacks out there for lighter skin, but not for extremely melanated skin. So I found this one. It seemed to work. Her results were very clear to me. And what was even better was that it only took 3 days. 3 days, like that was it. So hopefully it'll work the same for me. Here is what I'm dealing with now. They're not super dark. I don't feel like I have the worst problems in the world, but they could definitely be lighter. I'm getting ready to go on a little vacation soon, so this seems like the perfect timing. 3 days and they'll be lighter. I was contemplating on whether doing it 3 days or 5 days just to add a little oomph. But like I said, I don't feel like mine are super dark. I really do think I can get it all knocked out in 3 days. I'm hoping I can, but we'll play it by ear, and if I feel like I need to extend it, I will. All that to also say, if you're someone who tries this after I find out it works and you think you may need to use a little bit longer to see better results, then definitely do that. Leave comments and let me know how it worked for you. But I really think this is gonna help us out. I'm really hopeful, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So let's get to the ingredients. For this, we'll use honey, turmeric. It seems like this is like the magic ingredient in any lightening sort of anything, but turmeric, baking soda, and then finally the magic ingredient, whipping cream or heavy cream. According to Google, they are the same exact thing. So as you can see, I'm using whipping cream, but again, whipping cream or heavy cream, doesn't matter. So the lady in the video kind of messed up her measurements, but luckily the inner chef in me knew the difference between a tablespoon and a teaspoon, and she used a tablespoon for everything except for the heavy cream or whipping cream. You'll actually need 1/4 of a cup of this. Some additional items that you're gonna need are your bowl, your spoon, and a measuring cup so that you can mix everything up and so that you can measure out your cream. So I'm just gonna put that right there and let's get some mixing, okay? So I've never used this yet, so let me, so I have never smelled turmeric before, and this stuff smells awful. Ugh. Okay, I don't know why I smell it to expect something different every time, but ugh. All right. So 1 tablespoon. I don't know why I didn't just open this and dump it. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Right. Into the bowl. 1 tablespoon of baking soda. It's okay, just a little got in there, but it's enough to make this be 1 full tablespoon. And honey. I am not looking forward to putting honey under my arms. I hate sticky anything on my skin, but the things we do for beauty, right? All right, so this is good. It's a decent tablespoon. And just gonna scoop the rest of it just so I get every bit. Finally, my 1/4 cup of whipping cream or heavy whipping cream. And you know, she didn't quite use the whole 1/4 of a cup. So I'm about to just do a little bit under, I think. So I guess 1/8 of a cup, and see what it looks like when I mix it up. So you can see this is kind of what it looks like. I'm gonna mix it up and then I'll show you the consistency in a bit, but I just wanna see if I actually need to use 1/8 of a cup of heavy cream. Yeah, so scratch what I said about 1/4 of a cup of whipping cream. I use 1/8, 1/8 is better. Where this 1/4 a cup line is, I went halfway for about 1/8. And this consistency is great. It kind of is giving me honey mustard vibes, but it looks really good. So I'm gonna show you like this, but I'll show you what it looks like in the bowl as soon as I get all the lumps out. Fortunately, the honey does a good job of masking that awful turmeric smell that I'm not very fond of. So that's good. But yeah, so it's all mixed up and it looks like this. Looks pretty good. All right, so at this point, I am just supposed to apply this under my arms, leave it on for 15 minutes and then wipe it off. I'll do the same thing tomorrow and the next day, and maybe even for the 2 remaining days after that, for 5 days if I really feel like I need to do that. But I'm feeling good about 3 days, like I said, so we will cross that bridge when we get there. I'm gonna lean over the sink first, and then, alright. I don't like drips, clearly. I am truly a neat freak, but getting a decent amount under the arm, now that nothing is dripping, I'm happy. But yep, so apply it all over. I'm gonna do the same thing on my other arm with the back of my spoon, scooping it up and applying. If I make a mess this time, I'm just gonna suck it up, but let's hope that I don't. All right. And okay, let me not make faces. Alright. So it is pretty messy and it's already dripping. Ugh, it gives me the creepy crawlies, but it's on and hopefully it's doing its job. So we are gonna let it sit for 15 minutes. I'll come back and wipe it off, and we'll do the same thing again tomorrow. So I'll be back. Okay, I am glad to be taking this off. My timer has gone off, and ooh, this is messy. Alright, so I am taking this off. It literally got everywhere, but it dries pretty quickly, but it will still like spread and then dry. So yeah, but that is after day 1. So I can't wait to see how the results move forward. It is time for me to get in the shower. I feel like I cannot wait to take this off and put it in the dirty clothes because ew, got it everywhere. It's pretty messy, but as long as the results are there, I'm cool with that. Alright, so yeah, this is day 1, what it's looking like. Not sure if we see much of a difference yet, but we will keep it going, and I'll do this again for 2 days straight. If I feel that I need those extra 2 days, then I'll play it by ear and extend those. So the next thing I'm just gonna do is put this bowl in the fridge. The video I watched, the lady didn't specify what she did with the recipe to store it for the next few days, but I am gonna put this in the fridge just because it has milk in it or heavy cream, so we don't want that to go nasty and put nothing gross on my skin. So I'm gonna preserve it in the fridge and let's hope for great results. Alright, so we are on day 2 of the underarm lightening treatment. I have my bowl fresh out the fridge. I'm a little nervous because it's really cold, but the consistency stayed about the same. Where you see it darker is where it kind of dried up a little bit, but there's still a nice light, bright orangey brownish color, camel color, and I think it'll last me today and tomorrow. Like I said, I think I can do this in 3 days, so being hopeful. We know the drill. Oh, I know it's gonna be so cold. Okay. And let's start the timer. I'll be back. Right, so my timer is going off. It has been 15 minutes, and I don't think I showed you really well what it looked like last time, but it looks about like this. It just kind of drips a little bit, and I guess because of the heat, it just kind of spreads and stays kind of shiny. But yeah. So this is what it's looking like, day 2. I feel like it's a very faint difference where it's just a little bit lighter. It's a little shadowy in here, but overall the lighting is pretty well. Yeah. So yeah, this is day 2. So we are on day 3 of this underarm lightening treatment. Yeah, so I definitely think that they could be lighter. Like, they're not horribly dark, but I really think I'm gonna go the 5 days instead of the 3. As you know, in the beginning I talked about, okay, I'm either gonna do the 3 days and see where it's at, and if it looks good, keep it like that, or go for 5 days. So definitely going for the 5 days. So yeah, let's go ahead and get day 3 started. Applied, and now we wait. Okay, so it's been a really long time, like well over 15 minutes. So this stuff is like dried and curled up. It looks really gross, but it's been like 2 hours. I was on the phone, but I think it'll serve the same purpose. It's looking better, but I do think 2 more days just may give me the extra oomph, and I know you all would really want to see that, especially if you're someone who has a lot more hyperpigmentation than I do under your arms, and just want to know what a couple extra days are going to give you. So I definitely am going to go the extra mile for you all and record the next 2 days. But yeah, this is day 3. So we are on day 4 of the underarm lightening treatment. This is what we're working with after 3 days consistently of applying the concoction, if you will. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm kind of thinking that I can stretch this out and use some of it today and use the rest tomorrow and be done with it. So we'll see. Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. See you in a bit. 15 minutes is up, and now it's time to see the fruits of my labor. Per usual, it looks pretty disgusting, but let's get it off. All right, so after 4 days, these are the results. I can't tell whether we've made a lot of progress yet, like I said, but we're gonna see when we get a side-by-side view just how light they're getting. But I'm gonna hold off on my opinion until I can really compare results. So, day 4, everybody. Alright, so it is day 5, the final treatment day for these underarms. I'm looking brand new every day. As you can see, I'm long hair, don't care in it, but my hair was messed up in the rain today a little bit, and I just got it done, but I digress. But day 5, I'm honestly a little disappointed because it looks about the same as day 1, if I'm being quite honest. I'm still seeing darkness, and I don't even have super dark underarms, but I'm still gonna treat it. We're still gonna go through with this video, and of course I'm gonna use all the rest of this. All gone. I'm gonna scrape out as much as possible. There's a bunch in here, so I'm gonna use a Q-tip. Look at how much. Alright, so the timer has gone off, and we are gonna see what this last treatment is looking like. But first, needed that. Okay, let's go ahead and cut to the chase. And after this, I'm also going to post a picture of day 1 versus day 5. I think that just looking at day 1 and day 5 would be the most beneficial to seeing change, just because, like I said, it seems like if there is change and is some lightening, that it's really subtle. I shave under my arms, so I think naturally that shadowy type of look may always be there. But, you know, overall they don't look too bad, but I definitely would love for you all to try it if this is something that you're interested in. Definitely just start with the 3 days if you don't want to go past the 5 days, and let's see what it's looking like. Make sure you take pictures in the same lighting, in the same spot with the same background. Change of attire really doesn't make a huge difference. But if you're not nice nasty like me and have to change bras every day because you hate putting on clothes that have gotten dripped on, especially by stinking turmeric, definitely do that. But this is day 5. This is what it's giving. So like I said, I'll get a picture. I mean, this looks good, I'm not gonna lie. Just the dramatic difference doesn't seem to be there. So that's just that. Definitely drop comments. Let me know what you think. Be honest, it doesn't hurt my feelings. And you know, I'm semi-vacation ready, so thanks so much for tuning in this far. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and definitely do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends and family so that they can subscribe and get in tuned as well. And that's it, y'all. Bye.